Have you ever scrolled through a podcast app and found yourself squinting at a cover, unable to figure out what the show is even about? It is a common challenge, and it means that the cover art is not doing its job. The secret to Readable podcast cover art text really boils down to three core principles: clarity, strong contrast, and concise messaging. When you master these, your show will stand out visually even on the smallest screens. These elements are so important because most listeners will first encounter your podcast on a mobile device, where your artwork is often shrunk down to a tiny thumbnail. There is no room for intricate details or hard-to-read fonts. Your cover art acts as a quick billboard, needing to communicate its message instantly and effectively. Without clear text, potential listeners will just scroll past, never discovering your amazing content. First, for clarity, choose a simple, clean font. Sans serif fonts like Arial or Helvetica are often best because they lack the small decorative lines that can blur when viewed at a small size. Avoid overly thin, script, or highly stylized fonts. Keep your font size large enough to be easily legible, prioritizing your podcast title above all else. Next, strong contrast is absolutely essential. This means making sure your text color stands out sharply against your background color. Dark text on a light background or light text on a dark background works wonderfully. A helpful trick is to convert your design to black and white. If the text still pops, your contrast is good. Sometimes, a subtle drop shadow or outline can also boost readability without being distracting. Finally, embrace concise messaging. Less is definitely more when it comes to cover art text. Focus on your podcast title and maybe a very short tagline. Resist the urge to include episode numbers, host names, or detailed descriptions on the main cover. These details can clutter the design and make it look busy, which ultimately hinders readability. By prioritizing clarity in your font choice, ensuring striking contrast between your text and background, and keeping your text brief and to the point, you are creating a visual invitation. This approach guides your audience directly to your show, making your podcast instantly recognizable and approachable, and helping you win over new listeners who are just scrolling by.